Okay, well, hello, and welcome to the weekly MANcast.
Yes, this is episode 52, Phil.
Episode 52, that is the final episode in the first year of the weekly MANcast.
Well, actually, that would be episode 53, because 53 is 52 weeks after, and then there's like 52.6 weeks in a year.
Right. So, but 53 would actually also be the first episode of the next year because there's not exactly 52 weeks.
Sure.
The year break is between episodes, so it creates some ambiguity.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. Well, we got an interesting episode today. Well, hopefully interesting. Hopefully it doesn't fall flat on its face. If it does,
it's going to be kind of a mess.
Supposedly, the myth goes that you can layer regular Coca-Cola with water on top of it and Diet Coke on top of that. Not sure if this is true or not, but
we'll figure it out.
We'll find out. Stick around. All right, now, Dave, there's 2 Diet Coke cans.
Oh,
here.
sorry, this was for me.
Oh,
yeah,
makes sense. Okay. I think the first time we do this, we're going to try starting with the Coke, and then we'll just layer the water on top of that, and layer
then put the Diet Coke on top of that. Now,
So
this has not been tampered with at all. It's just a half-empty bottle of Coke.
it's been sitting around a while, yeah.
So there we go. Phil's going to pour the Coke in.
All right, pouring some Coke. All right.
There we go. We have some Coke in the glass. Let's wait till this...
Okay, it looks settled. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this spoon to kind of try and slow the water's descent so that, it doesn't just mix with the Coke. So, this may...
Do you want me to hold that for you, Phil?
The spoon?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think I'm going to try...
You're going to, like, medicine it down there?
Yeah.
I don't know how well that's going to work.
This isn't going to work, is it?
Well, it looks like it's mixing a little bit.
I think it's mixing. I don't think we want that. So I'm going to do this. No, this. Yeah, it's definitely mixing, isn't it?
It's mixing, but I can't tell if it's separating or not.
I don't see any layer there. No.
Nah, it's just the reflection.
Well, that's not working very well, is it?
No, it's really not.
I think we're going to move on to plan B.
Yep, let's try another plan.
Okay, the second plan here is actually the way I heard how to do it originally. You start with the water.
Got enough water in there, Phil?
I think so. I'm going to actually try and use a lot because I feel like it'll be easier if the level of the liquid is higher.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and then what we do is we pour the Coca-Cola down the side, and it'll just slide on in under the water. That's the hope. Just like that.
Is it separating?
A
little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of layered actually. There's a little bit of separation there.
It's not separated at all.
Oh, the top is definitely lighter than the bottom.
Well, I guess you can kind of see it.
I don't know. It's
yeah,
you
a little
can see
separation
that.
between this
Scoot
and
a little
that.
bit to the. There you go. See, that's okay. So now what we have to try and do is do what I was trying to do before with the water, except this time we have to try and get the Coke to float on top of the water layer. By the way, I think we need more water next time. Wow, Diet Coke is darker than regular Coke, isn't it?
Well, at least the two.
There's a layer there. There's a
mixing.
definite layer.
I don't see the water in the layer though.
No.
So you kind of have Coke up, or Diet Coke up here.
Diet Coke is a lot darker.
And then you have the regular Coke,
which is mixed with the water.
But this is like watered down Coke. That's why it's lighter.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, that's interesting. That's kind of a little bit of a layer. I'm gonna try a little bit more here. Just see if I can. I'll see it's going downward when I do that. That's the problem.
I mean, there's still...
Okay. I think we need to try this again with more water. Okay, so what we're going to try this time is, I have this straw, which is made out of wax paper, because we don't have a regular straw.
Because no one should have a regular straw.
No, never buy regular straws. Why buy a regular straw when you can make one that's probably not going to work out of wax paper?
Because it's more fun to be crafty than it is to waste money.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to pour the water. Pour it nice and high. Alright. That's probably good.
You don't want it too full, or else you won't have room for anything else.
True. Okay, now I have to insert the Coca-Cola into the bottom of the glass, which means I'm going to need to fill my mouth with Coca-Cola and then use the straw to
put it into place.
Yeah.
Glug, glug, glug. Look at all that backwash. That's nasty, Phil. Why you gotta be backwashing?
Okay, now I need to put Diet Coke on the surface. I'm going to try the same method if I can.
Diet Coke tastes much better, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't see a difference.
Yeah, I don't think Diet Coke floats. Seems to be sinking. But
yeah.
There's definitely Coke on the bottom.
Yeah, there's definitely Coke on the bottom. I don't know, the camera looks to be seeing it a little bit better than I am.
Yeah, there is. There's a layer of water right there.
Yeah, but look how much we put, like, that much water in.
I think there was just too much downward force. Like with the Coke, I was just layering it on the bottom and had nowhere further down to go. With the Diet Coke, there's still a little bit of inertia. It's causing it to move downward, and once it's mixed a little bit with the water, it's not going to unmix.
You know what, Phil? Excuses. Okay, so obviously that doesn't look very good.
Well, it worked, but not well enough for my liking and your liking.
Definitely not well enough.
Definitely not well enough for your liking. I have lower standards.
Yeah,
but that's okay. So what we're gonna do this time?
Of your wife, Phil. Lower standards for everything.
Yeah, great. Anyway, so this time we're gonna use Coke. Okay, I'm gonna put the Coke in first.
Okay. Now I am worried about the carbonation. Now that I think about it, Phil.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's not very carbonated. It's old and flat. Okay, and then we're gonna use oil.
Like oil?
Like oil.
Oh, oil. And it's a good thing it's cheap oil too.
Yes.
So I can definitely see the oil going to the top.
Okay, you can now, but is this always gonna be? Actually, that's very cool.
That is awesome.
You got the bubbles.
Yeah, you got the bubbles from the carbonation. That's cool. It's like freezing.
A little more oil.
Look, you no, don't put too much more, because when it, you know.
Okay, well. Okay.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's pretty sweet.
Well, that's very cool. We're gonna turn the
carbonation
spinning action on here. Okay.
Chug, 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 chug. Does it taste good?
Actually, it's honestly not as bad as I expected.
But you spit it out.
Well, yeah. I'm afraid of what my stomach would do.
With carbonation and oil?
Carbonation and oil, but it's
like having a greasy basket of fries without honestly, the French fries.
It's not that bad, really.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I'm going to try it.
Oh, I don't recommend it.
Especially after you just spit out in the cup.
Yeah, well, no. It tastes like Coke.
Does it?
Thick Coke. It tastes like thick Coke.